Hi, my name is Joey Finro, and I'm a local real estate agent in South Orange County, California. Today, we're going to talk about Rancho Santa Margaritas and just figure out what's going on in the real estate market. What are home prices doing? What are a couple of new and or noteworthy neighborhoods to pay attention to? And should you buy or sell your property right now in Rancho Santa Margarita or in that surrounding area? All right, so let's go ahead and dive into it. So what is going on in the real estate market in Rancho Santa Margarita as of late May 2026? Right now, things are still moving smoothly, and we are getting a little bit more inventory on the market like we normally do in May, June, and July. Typically, those 3 months are the most amount of inventory that we have in that comes on for sale within a given 12-month calendar a year. And so that's where the most inventory comes on. Then it starts to taper off through the holidays and through Christmas. So inventory is coming on. Homes are oddly enough staying on the market a little bit longer than the beginning of this year, which is a little bit unique. I think a couple reasons for that. So again, just to reiterate, we have a little bit more inventory coming on the market, which is normal, but the inventory is taking a little bit longer than normal to sell. And I think one of the factors is that rates have gone up more than 0.5%. It's been almost 2/3%. Interest rates have gone up in the last 3 to 4 weeks. And so I felt like in Rancho Santa Margarita, it had a little bit of a pullback, and buyers chose to kind of wait and see what's going on with these interest rates. Before the rates went up, interest rates were hovering in the high fives, about like 0.875, which is a really good drop from where we were a year ago at the 7%, 7.5%, which is just nuts to even say that compared to what we saw during COVID, 2 and 3% rates. Going back to rates, I think that's one of the reasons why the market has taken a backseat to what's going on in the real estate market, and with homes not flying off the market like they were during first quarter of 2026. And so today rates, they've gone a little bit down. We're hovering right at 6.6% for an average 30-year fixed loan with really good credit scores for that type of borrower. So rates are still a little bit high. We're going into obviously summertime. And so I'm very hopeful to see what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks and couple months. Are buyers going to come back into the market and just engage, or are we going to be in a little bit of a lull? Now, by lull, what I mean is it's not taking 6 months to sell a home, and prices are coming down 20%. What I'm saying by a little bit of a lull means is that instead of taking 1 to 2 weeks for your $1.7 million home to sell, it's going to take 30 to 45 days, and you might only get 1 or 2 offers instead of 10. So things are still going just fine, but it's not as fast or high paced as it was. So if you're looking to sell your home in Rancho Santa Margarita or Coto de Caza, Dove Canyon, Robinson Ranch, if you're looking to sell or in Las Flores, just know that it will sell, and 30 and 45 days is still pretty quick if you look at the national average. But when you do get an offer, I would highly recommend you're going to need to make a response to them. I've worked with a lot of sellers now, and lately I've had some sellers say, that offer's too low, I'm not going to respond to that offer. I would recommend, if it's a reasonable offer, make a response and counter them, because you can't blame the buyer that's trying to get a good deal. So are you, so am I. I'm trying to get a good deal as well. And sometimes buyers think that the market's falling, and buyers are a little bit confused why homes are sitting on the market a little bit longer without 5 offers or 10 offers, because that's what they're used to. And so they think that the market's falling, it's 2008, and so they're making some crazy offers and just seeing what the sellers do. So if it's a reasonable offer, make a response back, see what they have to say. But the market is, I would say, average, slightly benefiting the buyers right now. Buyers are getting more of the deal of they're paying about market value, but they're getting a deal in repairs and credits for repairs once their offer is accepted. So they get a few thousand here and there, but the property still sells. So that's what the real estate market is doing right now in Rancho Santa Margarita. I like to talk about what are some neighborhoods or areas that are noteworthy to entertain if you are looking to move to Rancho Santa Margarita. I've talked a little bit about Robinson Ranch, but I'd like to talk a little bit more about Robinson Ranch and why you should consider moving there if you're looking to buy right now in Rancho Santa Margarita. So one of the reasons is Robinson Ranch, there is a ton of families in Robinson Ranch. Not only are there a ton of families, but there's also really good schools in Robinson in that zoning. And so if you have young families or wanting to have young families in the future, Robinson Ranch is number one neighborhood I would highly recommend taking a look at because it's a good value. The HOA there is much less than some of the other single family home neighborhoods in the surrounding areas. So the HOA is cheaper. There is a huge community pool in Robinson Ranch, and it's massive. Big pool, big hot tub area. There's basketball courts. It's perfect for families. And so that's Robinson Ranch. Robinson Ranch is also tucked in the hills like Dove and Coto de Casa. So if you like trails or mountain biking, Robinson Ranch is definitely a location I would highly recommend taking a look at because you're going to get a good value on the homes there. And there are park trails that start inside the neighborhood. So you don't even have to get in your car and drive. You could just walk there from your house to the trail entrance. That's a really cool privilege to have by living there in Robinson Ranch. And you're still close to everything in Rancho Santa Margarita. So it's not like you're tucked away and it takes you 20 minutes to get to the grocery store. You're still very close in the mix of things in Rancho Santa Margarita, and it's a beautiful community to live in. Now, lastly, I'd like to finish up with is where do I think the market is going into summer and after summer into the fall time? I think that if rates stay the same where they're at, then probably the market's going to be similar, where prices are holding, but homes are taking a little bit longer to sell. If rates, which we're praying for, if rates come down, then I think it's going to be a fairly strong seller's market. I think prices will consistently rise and a lot more buyers will come off the sidelines and come back into the market and buy up the homes that are available in Rancho Santa Margarita. And so it really depends on the rates. And unfortunately, that's been the story of real estate for the last 5 years. What are rates doing and how is it impacting the real estate market? And what we have learned is rates have a huge impact on the real estate market. Really just the demand. It either slows down demand or speeds it up. And so we'll see what happens with interest rates. I'm going to leave a list of great valued properties in Rancho Santa Margarita in the description below. So feel free to check that out. Again, my name is Joey Finrau. I'm a local real estate agent in Rancho Santa Margarita. If you have any questions on anything I went over in this video, please leave a comment below and we'll see you in the next one.